Hello! Welcome to Costume Construction 2, Drafting the Sleeve Sloper. So I wanted to start out with the two measurements that are required to draft the sleeve sloper. And that's going to be the armscye and the inseam sleeve, the sleeve inseam. So the armscye we can do by formula. The sleeve inseam is not as easy as it could be, because we were talking about taking our L square and shoving it into our armpit and then just measuring where the end is. But that's not exactly right, because your sleeve isn't going to start right in your armpit there. It's going to start a little bit farther down. So, you know, the instructions, they say, take it from below the armpit down to wrist or desired length. So they're like below the armpit. So, you know, where is below the armpit? So you can kind of eyeball it, like it's not wedged into the crook of your arm. It's kind of like where you imagine your sleeve to start. And then the measurement is going to end at your wrist. So I have like 17 and a half. Another way to do it is if you go to page 11, which is the proportional measurement charts in the Master Designer, and you look at the sleeve inseam, 17 and a half. And I say we go with 17 and a half because we're both 5'6". So if you, like me, have bought your brown paper from the CVS on one of these tubes, I would suggest cutting a length, a piece of brown paper, the length of the tube that's going to approximately fit your sleeve. So you want to make sure that you have a lot, plus excess for your sleeve. And again, I didn't straighten this out, so you might want to tape it to your table. The bodice, we started out over here, but now that we're doing the sleeve, we're going to start on this side. So mark your point A, square out and down. Make sure you give yourself like a couple of inches up on top, and just to be safe, a couple of inches on here. So squaring out, squaring down, and this point is A. Next to the size 14 and what measurements the Master Designer is using, I'm going to add my own personal measurements next to that. So one is going to be down here somewhere, and it's going to be the full armscye on third. So here's a third. The third is on the long end of the stick, and my armscye is 18, so I'm going to find 18 on the thirds, and that's going to be where my point 1 is. 18 here. Point 1. Ta-da! 2 from 1 is 16 3/4. Sleeve inseam. So it's not 16 3/4. It's what your sleeve inseam is and my sleeve inseam, which we have decided is going to be 17 and a half. So measure down from point 1 on that line and measure down 17 and a half inches. Damn it. And that's point 2. Point 3. In reading the drafting instructions, it's important to follow the magical incantations that have been printed out. For example, point 3, 3 from 1 is center between 1 and 2 minus 3/4 of an inch. So 3 from 1, the center of 17 and a half is, and then minus 3/4. So if you go in this direction, it would be plus 3/4, but we're doing minus 3/4, so you're subtracting in that direction. I hope that makes sense. That's going to be point 8 right here, point 3 right here. So from 1 to A is, I have 6 inches, so that's going to be 3 inches. and that's going to be 0.4. So here's 4, here's 1, and here is 3. Okay, that's section 1.